everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Chilling with the Jays podcast, where two guys talk about things that matter to us and perhaps matter to you. I am Juan Colon, also known as the Chacho McFresh, the big vibration, just making y'all feel real good in the ear hole. And I am joined by one of my best friends, if not the best friend.
The best man.
The best man. The everyman.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic coming to you live right now. That movie that came out called Mr. Fantastic was actually based on me.
Nice.
Let's keep it real. That's my new nickname, aka Mr. Everyman.
Mr. Everyman.
That's what that is. The Gold Gym General. You guys already know. I am Jay. I'm chilling with the Jay's podcast, and we are gonna get into a banger of an episode, as I always say. Put that on a t-shirt and shut your fucking mouth. Jobs. Not Steve Jobs, rest in peace. Not Steve Jobs, but jobs. Shit we have to do, unfortunately, right, bro? Like,
that's what it is.
That's what it should be called. I got to go do that shit we got to do, unfortunately. That's what they should say. Did you do your shit today? Yeah, I did my shit today.
I did. I did what I had to do, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. And I was definitely feeling pissed off every step of the way. The whole time. You know, for me personally, I got a job. You got a job. We're a couple of working guys. Of course, we would love the podcast and just take off. Let's be realistic. We do it for everybody else, but we do it for ourselves at the same time. And I would love to make a job out of this and be doing this. But right now we got the day jobs, the everyday jobs, Mr. Everyman job.
Look,
me
it works,
personally,
bro.
You're doing big things out there,
Yeah.
and Cali, you're working in the end. You know, you're going to get into that. But me personally, nobody's not really heard what I do. What I personally do, I'm a private investigator for a big company. That's all I can really say about that. It's one of the biggest industries in the world, not just the United States. It's an international private investigation company. And what I personally do at that job is I do social media investigations, driving history investigations, some criminal investigations, not too much on that. There's like a whole other division that does that. So I pretty much do like the overflow of the criminal side of things.
Got you.
And I run a lot of license plates for field investigators in the field, obviously. I used to be a field investigator, but man, they might as well call that shit Amazon truck driving. All you're doing is driving around like a goddamn asshole. You're sitting in front of people's houses. What I did was workman's comp private investigations. Pretty much anybody that says, I fell down these stairs at work. You know, I felt something pushed me from behind. I fell down these stairs. Now my ACL's torn. I can't work for the next 2 years. But you're going to pay me 66% of my wage tax free. You know, and then I'm over here get hired by the insurance company. Drive out to see what their lifestyle's like, if they're really faking an injury or not.
Yep. Fraud.
Broad. Yeah. Broadbrook, Connecticut. And it sounds better than what it is. That's all I can tell you. You know, you're literally sitting in your car for 8 hours plus, just watching these people. And if they don't come out of the house, you're literally just sitting there all day. You know, it sounds nice, but you got to call the police department, because you got to say, hey man, I'm a private investigator. I work for such and such company. My license plate is this. This is the kind of car I have. I'm on a case right now. Please don't come if somebody calls the cops on me. You know?
Damn, that's nuts. That's crazy.
And that's what happened. I learned that the hard way. By I was chilling by the airport, Orlando, Florida, apartment complex. There was the dude lived in a really awkward position for me to set up in. His unit could only be seen from across the street in like a regular neighborhood. So I had to actually park in that neighborhood. And this is before I had like those limo tents on my car. Now I have.
Yeah.
So people could kind of see me in the car. So right now I look like a pedophile. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting in a car looking around like, what the fuck? Watching. And I'm sitting there literally, at this point, I'm parked in front of somebody's house because the driveways were mad close, you know? So I'm literally parked in front of somebody's house. So the person comes out to me. They say, hey, what the hell are you doing? You know? And I say, I'm a private investigator. Here's my license. Here's my PI license. I'm not just some guy sitting here. I'm working a case in that complex right there. He says, oh, that's cool, yada, yada, yada. He makes some small talk. Next thing you know, he calls the cops on me.
Yeah.
You know? Cops come. Dude has his fucking gun out.
Jesus.
You know? And I'm like, what are you doing? You gonna kill me for sitting in my car? You know?
Yeah.
What the hell? I'm a private investigator. I'm working a case. I already called you, the dispatcher. What are you gonna murder me?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Jesus, yo. These days.
So that's why I had to quit that. But that's long story short now. But now I just work on inside the aspect of private investigation. Mm-hmm. And today's real episode is going to be about like how these jobs have our opinions and how they kind of altered our way of thinking about life and help us learn about different kind of things in life. So I know with you, bro.
Yeah.
What are some things? I know you work for Marvel movies and yada yada yada. What are some of those things that you apply to like everyday life?
Yeah, man. I think one of the biggest things that I get from, working in this industry, and what I take away from that is critical thinking, in the sense of there's so many tasks that are given to us that require a lot of researching and development and just kind of like, as you would say, thinking outside the bun.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of, in life, there's like a lot of little things that happen, like that, like you go to your car, something's like, not, well, I guess something's missing, but that was a terrible example. That was a horrendous example, actually. But there's just things that happen in life where you can, if you're not the type of person that tries to think more, tries to find a solution to things and not just sort of like either give up or be super frustrated or just immediately go to the default solution, more of a creative solution that you can like readily do, a lot of times saving yourself money if you take the time to research. That's sort of one of the things that working in the industry has done, because a lot of times, and you would expect that, having done this for 5 years, and then myself personally, and then like the industry itself, like artists that have been in it for like 12, 13, 15, 20 years in the game, and we will get a shot and there's still something new to solve. For some reason, there's always a new issue to deal with. Talk about troubleshooting, Jay, which, you and I have gotten really good at with this damn podcast. So like, it's like, that's like a direct application. It's like, because my everyday duty more often than not involves solving a problem and thinking like, going beyond like, just going beyond like the surface level of like, how do we really conquer this and make sure that this is secure for the future, for another show that comes up that may have the same problem. We have an idea. That's one of the biggest things that being in this industry has helped me do, is just become a better critical thinker and a researcher. And then on top of that, a better teammate, definitely working with teams,
because you do a lot of shit, teams, like team environment.
Yeah, bro. Oh, absolutely. It's nothing but a team environment. There's you can only go so far as a solo cat in this industry. You can most certainly be the guy, like especially when it comes to like a concept artist or a matte painter, where it's like your art style is something that we are going towards. We love your shit, and everything else that happens is because of this particular artistic vision. Along the way, people give their interpretation, but there's only a few people who are the source of that artistic eye. When it comes to the executing of it, which is the place that I'm in, it's teamwork. You have to work with the team. You have to be able to communicate, and more often than not, you're communicating with people from other countries. So communication, teamwork, and critical thinking, man, those are like the big three things that my job has taught me to do better, so that I could share it, so that I can use it in my everyday life. How about you, man? That it sounds like your job, though, like it sounds crazy. What have you taken from your job that you apply to the rest of the world or to life, bro?
What has my job taught me?
Yeah. Like, what has your job?
It taught, to be honest, my only thing. I'll start off with the good things, because there's not that many, to be totally honest with you.
Short list.
The short list of the good things that it's taught me. It's taught me to be a little bit more detail oriented, because now that I work on the inside of things versus the outside, I got to do a lot of like, very critiquey, very detailed reports now versus out there. They're kind of like you're doing like a general summary of what you were seeing out there, and when I was being a field investigator. But now it's very, 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 very critical. The reports are. So it's helped me out in other aspects, taught me to be that way with certain things in my life, like, the way I organize my icons on my computer, or the way I type, the way my resume has to look, or, something something along those lines has taught me. But unfortunately, this industry that I work in, I would not recommend it to no one. Ooh. I'll be straight up right now. I would not recommend it to anyone. And the reason being is because it's very, very cutthroat. These people just cut you loose any given moment. No remorse. When I was in the field, imagine I could just compare it. The best way I could compare it to, bro, is like, say if you're working at your studio, right? Yeah. You go into your studio. You drive a pretty good amount to go to your studio, right? Don't you take like an hour to get there?
Yeah.
It took me. The average that they would send me would be about an hour from my house, but it would be at like 4 or 5 a.m. You know, be somewhere about an hour from your house by 8 o'clock a.m. Let's say if you show up to work by 8 o'clock, by 11, if there's no work to be done, you are mandatory to be sent home. There's no option to stay there or like just okay, well, it's not my fault. There's no work. But I'm still a full-time employee, so I want my money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they don't pay you if
they
it's
don't.
only like 4 hours a day. That's it.
No.
Wow.
And these companies, imagine that. Imagine if you're a grown-ass man, you got responsibilities, you got bills. You get sent an hour from your house. You get sent from Orlando to Cocoa Beach. You know they're driving around here. Orlando to Cocoa Beach because you do a case in Cocoa Beach. You're at Cocoa Beach by 5 a.m. If you can't confirm the person that you're looking for is inside by 8 a.m., they would send you home.
That's nuts.
So there's only 2 ways to confirm. 3. You can try to verify them by their license plate. If it's their car, the person you're looking for, it's obviously they're probably going to be inside if the car is there. If you knock on the door and make some shit up to see if that's the person. I used to always say, I'm looking for my dog,
Nice.
And or you call them because you already have their phone number because you have their entire background. Whatever's connected to their social, you have it in front of you.
Got you. Shit.
So I would call them and say, "Hey, this is Tony." I would say Tony or Ronaldo. "Hey, this is Tony. I'm calling on behalf of UPS or FedEx. I have a package here for you. I just want to confirm your address." And they would say, "Oh yeah, it's blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Okay, well, are you such and such? What time are you going to be home? Are you home now? We can send a driver there now." And they'd be like, "Such and such and such. Is there any way you can come outside?" Because I'll be across the street or up the street with my camera zoomed in on their door.
That's crazy.
Can you come outside real quick, please? I'm gonna have a driver. He's having trouble finding your house. Can you come outside? And they would literally come outside.
That's nuts, bro.
Shit like.
Would you say that one of the things that you learned then is how to lie really well?
That's what I was about to say.
Oh shit, my bad.
That was a little example and then solution right there. Basically, what that has taught me was that how to con some people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you have to be because the reason why because you're not going to get paid. That's why. Yeah. It's not that you want to do this shit. It's just you won't get paid.
That's nuts, bro. That's nuts.
Yeah, and you have to lie and shit like that. I got a video. I still got videos of times where I'd be sent from Orlando to Fort Pierce. That's almost damn near West Palm Beach. For a case. It took me 2 hours to get there.
Damn, dude.
And I'm over here at this dude's house at 6 a.m., and I had to lied my balls off to get his ass to come outside. I was like, "Yo, listen, this is Tony. I'm calling from such and such company. You're not supposed to do this, but I said, I have your workman's comp check. I'm having trouble finding your house. Can you please come outside and wait by your mailbox?" Yeah. Because I don't want to be sent home. I need my money.
Exactly.
So it taught me to be a con man, and it also taught me that these bosses, bro, just do not care about you, man. So, you got to do what you got to do at these jobs to survive. Do it well. Keep your head down because at the end of the day, no matter how cool you are with your supervisor, they're going to be most likely the one that lets your ass go. Unfortunately, they will have to sign off or do something involved that even if they're not doing the physical firing, they're going to have to put it on the paper that you are deserving this firing. Yeah. They're going to have to. It is what it is. I don't care how cool they are. Because that happened to me. I worked at Sprint up in Altamont years and years ago. I was really cool with my supervisor. Really cool. But this was the same motherfucker that was walking me out of the building. So that's what it taught me, bro. That's what it taught me, man. Another situation, man, now that it hit me in the head. Another thing that this private investigation field that has taught me. to be honest with you, man, people will do a lot of things for money, bro. You know what I mean? They'll do a lot of things, a lot of morals. They will degrade themselves.
Out the window, huh?
Out the window, bro. They'll degrade themselves. And the reason I'm saying that is it's just they'll fake injuries when they have to fake it. But then when they think the cameras are off or nobody's around, they are just, everything's all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, this is life. This is because with workman's comp, bro, it's 66% of your full pay tax free. So you're almost making what you would be making full time.
That's
you know?
nuts. That's crazy.
Why would you want to work? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what it taught me. Another reason, man, another thing it taught me that people will do some crazy shit for money, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
To see it physically in my face, to see it and have to document it.
Yeah.
It really like, damn, man, these not working and getting money, people will do anything, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
That's nuts. And how did that like, and along with that, when you see that, are you just like, I don't ever want to be that fucking guy? Like, is this just like, damn, okay. I mean, I guess that's a way. Like, does it ever affect you more than just something neutral, or does it like leave like an impact on you? Like, man, this fucking world we live in.
That's when I first seen it, that's the impact it gave me. I was like, the fucking world we live in, man. This is nuts. This is what we come to. This is it right here. The people do not want to work. And because the reason being, I can see why they don't want to work. You know, you got to deal with supervisors. You got to deal with bullshit at your job. People are getting barely paid. So it's like, I don't want to fucking work, man. Let me go ahead and fake this goddamn injury and just go bowling. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shit like that. But
just go bowling.
And they get caught though. That's the problem, bro. You know, these people, these companies, by me, man. Unfortunately, these big insurance companies. So anybody that ever claims an injury on a workman's comp, they are automatically assigned an investigator trying to search to see if they're really lying or not. And that's what it all comes down to. It comes down to, are you lying? That's what I'm trying to verify. Let's see if you're being real to your injury. Are you a liar? Yeah. And
are your pants on fire? Like,
what's going on, fucker? Yeah, what's going on here? Your pants better not be on fire, you jerk. And that's that was my attitude when I first seen it for the first time.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I was like, damn, man, this is nuts. But then I got numb to it. I was like, this is just how people are. I guess this is how people are. If given the opportunity, this is how people are, I guess. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm.
Like, so. And how long have you been doing that for? Like, how long did you do the field stuff for? Because I know you're not doing the field stuff now.
I did the field work for about 6 months of a total of about say 8 months, I'd say, for about 2,000 hours.
Gotcha.
About 2,000 hours in 8 months. So it's like I did 8 months, but I did 2,000 hours. So I'm pretty experienced, you know, when it comes to it. And I was all over the place too. So I seen different kind of people, different kind of cases. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't know if you're able to divulge this, but did they pay for your gas at all? Was it you paying your own gas? Like, how was that shit being done?
Depends on the company. I worked for 4 different companies in that time. Like, cause you're a contractor. When you're a field investigator, you can piece it together because one company might not have no work, but the other one will. So you just go wherever is going to give you money because it's all the same job. It's just how they do their pay scale. The first company was Command. What they would do is they pay you like $5 or $10 to drive to the location, and then they'd start paying you your hourly wage. And then when you leave, as soon as you leave, then they'll pay you $5 or $10. So there's pretty much only like 6 hours of actual on-site pay of what you get in your actual money. You know what I mean? And typically in some other companies, they might pay like 25 cents a mile, something like that. But the problem is that it's not enough. It's not enough. And the beating you put on your car within that 8 months time, I probably put a year and a half worth of driving.
That's nuts,
on my car. On my car, definitely. I got my car with 22,000 miles on it. When I stopped doing field work within that time, it was like in the upper 30s.
Shit, dude. Damn. You know? It's a good thing that car wasn't leased.
Exactly. I'd have been fucked. Bro. I'd have been fucked. Bro. And that's because they don't want to pay. They don't want you to work supposedly. This is the reason they told me, then the reason I found out are two different things. The reason they tell you is because, we don't want to give you local cases because we don't want the people that you're looking for to know to see you on your average day life.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to see your car. Okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
But do I have to drive 150 miles? I don't think somebody's going to go to Publix and, you know, near me when they live 150 miles away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why can't you do a medium? Do like 45 minutes from your house. You know what I mean? Something like that, if anything, or a half an hour. And typically nobody's going to be driving a half an hour to go pick up some groceries or get some gas, you know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the real reason is because they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay you too much money on site.
Yeah.
They want to save that money. They want to stretch you out as far as you can driving, so they only can pay you a minimal amount of driving and then pay you a minimal amount of on site. That's what they try to do.
That's crazy, bro.
So I had to get out, bro. I had to get out. You know, I had to, bro. And what another thing, man. This is another lesson I learned. This is fucked up. This is real fucked up. This father, he was I know what position he was, but he was a high-ranking official in politics in the local area. Very high ranking. And this dude hired my company to do surveillance on his own daughter.
Shit.
Yeah. And I had to seriously I had to follow this dude's daughter around.
Yeah.
You know?
What the
Orlando.
fuck?
And I had to follow her to places I never seen Orlando. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Where the fuck am I? You know?
Yeah.
and
OBT.
very, very bougie. No, it was like bougie places I never even knew were there.
Okay, not
you know?
OBT.
No, it was. Then I went to a medical school, like where they're trying to become because she was trying to become a doctor, but the problem was the dude was giving her like a lot of money on the regular, but she was saying she was always broke, and she was seeing a guy that the dude didn't want his daughter to see, so he wanted to get physical proof that his daughter was still seeing this guy, so he can cut her off.
So he hired like a for real company. Oh shit.
Yeah. He hired me. It was me and this other guy. We did a 2-man investigation on this dude. He was paying both of us.
Jesus Christ,
you know what I mean?
Dude.
To like not lose her, you know?
Yeah.
And we're following her around all over the place, man. And he turned her cell phone off, and he wanted to know if she has a cell phone. He wants visible proof. What phone is she talking on? We had to get proof of her talking on her cell phone.
Yo.
So we're sitting on dual sides. You think this is an FBI situation? We're sitting on dual sides of the medical students parking lot, waiting for this girl to come out. You know, that what that taught me was like, yo, people are some dirty motherfuckers, bro. When it comes down to it, you know. Not only you doing this, you're doing it to your own daughter, yo. You know.
Yeah.
Just cut her off. What are you gonna do? So he was gonna sit back and have a private investigation, professional report, and video. What is he gonna do? Hey, come over here real quick, Beth, or whatever her name was. I have something to show you. It's a family movie. Check it out. And then he puts it in, and it's her walking around talking to some dude, you know, picked up by some guy and stuff like that. Hey, this is proof I'm cutting you off, by the way. You know.
What the fuck?
Like, what the
Yo,
come on,
grow
man.
some balls and cut. If you ain't feeling it, cut her off.
Yeah, just cut her ass off. I don't need proof. You're my daughter. Hey, man, I don't feel like giving you more money. I'm not giving you more money. Like, that's it. So that's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So that type of shit I was exposed to, bro. I've seen a lot. I've seen ranging from that to somebody claiming a back injury, but I seen them doing pull-ups butt naked in their garage. So like I've seen that type of stuff, man.
Yo, oh my God. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I was gonna say another question that I had was like, are you now mad, like good at how you park your car for investigative purposes? Like, are you like good? Like, have you acquired that skill on how to like spot somebody from a mile away the right way and shit? Like, how do I look the least suspect while doing this shit?
Yeah, pretty much. I at the beginning I wasn't, because you would think just, you know, on paper or somebody's telling you, hey man, go park in that neighborhood so nobody can see you, and just leave it at that. I can do that shit. You know what I mean? But but when you do it, you're like, without parking in somebody's driveway, what the fuck do I do? You know what I mean? How do I do this? You know, how do I prevent them from calling cops and shit like that? Because, you know, people, especially if you're in like that's another thing I noticed. Like if you're in like a neighborhood that they like a middle class or higher, these motherfuckers are nosy as hell. You know what I mean? Like, I've had to do project cases, downtown Orlando, OBT, over there by Paramore and shit like that. And if anybody knows or doesn't know what Paramore is one of the brokest areas of the country. It's in downtown Orlando. It's called the Paramore, and the reason why it's called Paramore is because that's where all the slaves from back in the day used to have to live. And unfortunately, that's like, it's just been a messed up neighborhood ever since. And I was doing cases in that area, and they didn't notice me at all. Like they didn't give a shit, that I was there. But in like the more suburban-y type of Leave It to Beaver lands, bro, just I'm not doing nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? Why are you coming to my car talking shit to me?
Yeah.
Because they would do it. These moms, whoever's home would come out, knock on my window and shit. What if I got a gun in here? Hey, what are you doing here? I'm actually here for you. You know what I mean?
Yo, GTA moment right there.
Right there. Like, what are you doing knocking on somebody's windows with limo tents? You know what I mean?
You.
I'm here. I'm actually here for you. Thanks for coming.
Yo, oh God. It shouldn't be that funny, but it is to me.
It is funny, man. It is funny. But yeah, I've gotten pretty good if I needed to again. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about picking up some side work in the local area through this other company. Gotcha. But they have, there's certain things you can do to prevent. And the funny thing is, if you tell the police not to come and that you're there and you give them your ID number, they can't come. So these people are like calling the cops and calling them and calling them and calling them. You know what I mean? Somebody's still out there. What are you guys going to do about it?
Don't worry, man. We got somebody on the way.
Don't worry. He's there for work. He's there for, he's not doing nothing to nobody, yada, 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 stuff like that.
That's crazy.
And, but the biggest key to that is get yourself a sunshade, the thing that covers your front window.
Okay.
Get yourself a sunshade, some dark ass tints, and leave your car off as much as possible because why would there be a sunshade in the car running? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So that gives you away immediately. But just do that. And just kind of keep it chill. Don't try to move around the neighborhood too much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because that would trigger somebody. I keep seeing this car. I keep seeing this car. So just chill in one spot. Try to, if you can, park between mailboxes. If one mailbox is ahead of you, one's behind you, you're parked in that little median where there's nobody's driveway or house. Just shove yourself on the right side. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Do something like that. But that shit triggers a lot of people, bro. It triggers so many people to get involved, and it's like, yo, mind your fucking business, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Trying to case somebody over here.
Yeah, you're fucking it up, making it mad obvious. I'm over here trying to be incognito and shit, and you're over here talking to me in my window. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm invisible, bro. Get away.
Yeah, shit, get away from me. So nah, man. Only way I would do it again is if it's local, and I can control the outcome. Far as like I can control where I'm going, or what kind of case I'm accepting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. It's taught me. I'd say taught me a little bit.
Gotcha, dude. It sounds like you got taught a lot. That's intense, man. That job sounds intense as fuck.
Yeah, it is, man. It's tense and boring at times, man. But it teaches you big lesson. It definitely teaches you how people really are, but behind closed doors, when they're not at work, when they're not around family, when they're not around friends, when it's just them, it shows you a lot what people really are, yo. And it shows you how nasty some people can be too, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I seen some, before I got dude on tape was digging his ass, and he thought nobody was around. He looked around real quick and decided to smell it. Caught in his front lawn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or stupid shit like go follow him to a doctor's appointment, and I'll see him go in with a cane. But when they come out, they'll have no cane and just, do a casual jog to their car. But they're over here claiming a serious injury. So it goes to show you how much people can really be liars, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. How many?
And it's not cool, bro. That's not cool to me because it's like you got to deal with people on a regular basis, man. It's like, yo, are you telling me the truth? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what it's taught me. That's what it's taught me now. Like it has me second guessing anything that anybody says.
That's nuts. That's a crazy thing to. Oh man, that's too bad. Actually.
Yeah, it is. It's too bad, man. It's too bad.
But wow, that's crazy. How many what would you say the percentages of when you're on the case where people are actually injured versus not injured?
I was just trying to think because honestly, bro, you know what I was thinking? I've never seen anybody hurt. So I was trying to think about which one have I actually seen hurt. Yeah, I was literally thinking about that. No.
That's crazy. So
I've never seen anybody hurt. No. I've never seen anybody walking around with like a leg boot or a scooter, like one of them knee scooters where you're kind of pushing yourself along because your knee's fucked up, or a back brace. Damn. I only can remember one, and that was at the current job I do now. This dude got his index finger smashed in like some type of press at a factory. But that was a legitimate issue and a legitimate injury, obviously, because you could see it. It's not like you're saying, "Oh, my lower back hurts." You know, you can't really see if their really lower back really hurts. You know what I mean? But no, man. To be honest with you, actually, you see it bloody, fucked up. You know,
that guy's not big in esports. He's not.
No, he definitely esports are. He's out of here.
He's out of
here. Yeah, you got it. Red Bull said, "Pull the fucking contract on that guy." You know,
hey, get that fucking contract out of here.
Get that fuck out of here. We're trying to put faith in you, and you do something stupid like this. Nah, man, none of my field investigations. I could tell you right now, in all honesty, I've never seen anybody in my field investigations that were actually hurt.
Wow, that says a lot.
That says a lot. That says a lot. And sometimes I even did 2 a day. Sometimes, because if I was lacking hours in one, I'd do a second one in the afternoon. So that gives me 2 opportunities to see somebody if they're really claiming they're hurt. I have never seen one person hurt, and that's exactly why these insurance companies keep hiring investigators, because 9 times out of 10 they're not hurt and they're lying.
Yeah,
you know,
true. That's crazy.
So, but what they do, they get if the company's big enough, they'll hire them like an advisor or a lawyer to the person. Gotcha. And the lawyer or the advisor will tell them what to do to keep getting your money. Yeah. Because if they get caught, they can go to jail for workman's comp fraud. Yeah. You know? Sure. If they get caught for stealing, pretty much. Oof. And but these lawyers and shit like that, they'll tell them what to do. They'll be like, okay, when you're outside your house, make sure you use a cane. Make sure you have like a neck brace on. Move slow if you have to go to the store, because you never know who's watching you. You know? Because I used to follow people inside Walmart and shit like that. I'd have a covert camera and I'd be following them around. Crazy. So, do that. Crazy. Act hurt. Crazy. Shut your entire social media down. You know what I mean? Don't let anybody, because you're not only you're gonna get physically watched, you're gonna get digitally watched. Mm-hmm. You know? Don't be posting fucking bowling pictures when you're saying you got a wrist injury, you stupid ass. Shit like that. And but nah, man. Back to the long story short. Mm-hmm. One case out of countless cases, I've seen somebody actually hurt, and that's even on just doing social media investigations. I've never seen that besides the guy with the finger. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Damn. Whew. Whoa.
That's it.
People.
That's it, man. I've gotten about 6 people locked up.
That's crazy. Yo, shit. That's crazy. Wow. That's a crazy thing to say. Yeah. Incarcerated, bro.
Yep.
Brought to you by fucking the Gold's Gym General himself.
Yeah, because they would award you. That's why I know. That's the only reason why I would know at the back end. If your evidence contributed to them getting arrested, they'd let you know.
Interesting. Damn.
Yep.
So, dude, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. You're like 3 levels underneath the Gestapo.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much, but you got to put yourself in some dangerous situations too, man. I've had the aerial unit police trying to catch me.
What the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, downtown Orlando, bro. Downtown Orlando. Yep. I was in a very bad project-y lower end neighborhood. It wasn't complex. It was like a housing, but you could tell it was for like people unfortunately ain't got no money.
Yeah, yeah.
And unfortunately, this dude was selling drugs but getting workman's comp at the same time. And I was in his neighborhood, and these people are really kind of suspicious. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially people doing drugs and shit like that. They see a car they don't normally see in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
The imagination.
Parked to the side of the street. Obviously they went buck wild and shit, man. And I had this dude counting crazy amount of money, like he was just laying it out in his hood of his car, just drug dealer type of scenario. You know what I mean? Just bang, 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 thousands, bang, bang, bang. Next thing you know, he's fucking, he's trying to chase me. He's chasing me in his car. Somebody called the cops on me. The aerial unit's chasing me down I-4. It wasn't good, bro. It wasn't good. I ended up being okay, but I got swarmed by cops, and then it was a bunch of drama, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The aerial unit got called on you. That's just drama. That's drama.
It was drama, and it took like 6 hours.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? For it to all be said and done, to like know who I was and why I was really there, contacting supervisors and shit like that. They didn't arrest me or nothing like that, but I had to stay with them.
Did you get paid for the chase?
Yeah, probably like $5.
Nice.
Yeah. Literally, legitimately too. It's funny, but it's true. Like probably about $5 because I had to do my own billing. So like it was probably like $5.
Oh my god. Yo, fucking Jay.
So yeah, as you can see, why the hell I got out of that? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I can. Yeah. Fuck that.
Nope.
In every way.
In what? Every way, shape, or form. And what did not even I needed to work still. So even I went back to work after that the next day. Even like I needed to work. But what did this cherry on top was that how far Orlando to Jacksonville is, right?
Yo, yes, I fucking do.
Yeah. It's like 3 hours, 3.5 hours of straight driving, country boon driving, just straight up on down boony ass highway. They sent me all the way to fucking Jacksonville and sent me home after 2 hours. So I only ended up getting paid like $45. Oh, and obviously the majority of that had to go on my gas because I did 7 hours of driving.
Yeah, dude, like all of it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it taught me to just look out for me, bro. Then all said and done, just look out for myself. And life is too short. Like it really taught me life is too short to be stressing yourself out over a little bit of peanuts.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be doing what I'm doing now, even though my current job has pros and cons too, obviously. The biggest one is the tolls. I got to pay a lot of money in tolls to get to my job and back. Gotcha. But I'd much rather be indoors. So that's what it taught me, man. But enough about that shit, yo. Fuck that, yo. Besides you being like super detail-oriented and being a beast, what are the aspects of your jobs, man, that you just apply to everyday life, bro, that just taught you about life in general as an adult? Jumping into a career, you feel me?
Oh man, gosh. Aside from those things, I guess what it definitely did teach me, man, is that gosh, what was I gonna even say? It was gonna be a positive thing. It was a positive thought, people. Let's see if fucking the Guam gorilla can fucking get that banana back. To be real with you, just to appreciate things, man. Like on the real, I have a badass fucking job. Like I'm super fucking fortunate to be doing what I'm doing. There are, I will say this, that there are days where it feels like a job. It's just like I'm like grabbing my cheeks and I'm like stretching my shit like, oh my god, I just want to get home. I want to play Battlefield 1 and fucking free the pigeons and shit. Like I want to go out. I want to go somewhere, but I'm stuck here because there's sometimes, certain projects, it's almost a bit like what you said in the sense of sitting there waiting for something to happen and then nothing happens and you got to go home. With the exception of the company's a bit more like lenient on how they pay. So, they're like, no, you got to be there for your 8 hours because potentially something may come up. So there's been a couple of days where you're just sitting there like, what the fuck? There's a couple of negative things about the job, when it comes to, and it's more like a grander scale thing, just like the whole, the lifestyle of a visual effects artist and that how, like, the demand that some of these clients and jobs put on the studio and then the studio upon the artist is sometimes a little like unbearable and unfair, where there's this really cool movie out. It's like a 15-minute video about the visual effects industry and like how it bones the studios, like the small VFX studios and the artists, because basically their analogy is this. It's like, imagine going to a fast food restaurant. You're the client. You're the guy in the car. You're driving up to the fast food restaurant, and there's only about 4 restaurants that you can even go to. And on top of that, the only people driving up to this restaurant is about 6 people. Because in Hollywood, there's really only 6 big major studios, 6 or 7. So it's always the same customers. Yeah, there's always like, if you're making big visual effects movies, you're only doing it for a few companies. There's only a few companies that have that much money to put out movies like that. And so you get these. Though. Yeah, it does. And you get these big ass clients that come in. They come to your drive-thru and they're like, "Hey, can I get a burger with fries? I see you got a special for $5.99. Can I get a burger with fries?" And it's just like, "All right, here's your burger with fries." Once they get it, they're like, "You know what? This is not what I asked for. Matter of fact, can I get some ramen? Let me get some ramen and a side of gyoza, but for the same price." Okay, yeah, we'll get that for you for the same price. "Oh, can you add ribs to that?" Yeah, for the same price. Sure. And you're doing the work. You cook all that shit up. You present it to them. You know what? Nah. I'm more in the mood for some fucking some curry, some Indian curry. Let me get the Indian curry with the other shit. And this is the problem that visual effects faces, is that mentality that clients come in and they will change shit constantly, time and time and time and time and time again for the same price. And because there's not that many big businesses, big clients, you as the studio have to then balance out, okay, do I want to get fucked in the long run and be kind of blacklisted because I said, no, I'm going to charge you more for that little change to the order? You know when you added ribs and ramen to your original burger and fry meal? Well, we're going to change that to $7.99. Well, that guy's going to be like, oh, all right, well, let me go to this one other studio, because on the visual effects side, there's also not that many big studios around. And they're just like, we're just going to go to the next guy who will do this. And I'm also going to bring all of my boys with me, because they're not going to want to fucking deal with somebody who's going to change the price. So there's like that negativity, that aspect that there's like there's a great level of unappreciation when it comes to the value of visual effects. Like we're not unionized. We should be, I think. And it's things like that, as far as what my daily job applies, when I see that side of it, the bureaucracy to the business, that's the thing that I kind of like. It kind of really makes me, it's one of the reasons why we do the things that we do here with the podcast. It's like, there's going to be a day where I don't see myself being in the industry till I'm 50 or 60. Like when I retire, I probably won't be, when I hit my retirement age, I can't see myself hitting my retirement age still in visual effects. Maybe get close there, but I'll be definitely jumping ship onto something else along the way. I get that feeling, And it's not like I'm not going to ever do it in the sense of like turning my back on the company, because right now the company that I'm working with is awesome. The people are awesome. The projects we work on are very cool, and they seem to be at least handling that negative bureaucratic side pretty well, as well as you kind of can. But yeah, so that's like one of the things that I kind of take out of that, out of my job situation, like a life lesson from my job, is that there's always, as glamorous as something can be, as awesome as your job can be, there's always something there that's not good. And in this case, that's one of those things that's really not good, And then a little more on the rant is that then you also have all of these, like the Full Sails and all of these like independent for-profit schools that are promising these jobs to kids that are like, hey, you want to work in the visual effects industry? You want to do some great art? You want to do movies? You want to fucking work on Iron Man? Do you want to be Iron Man? You want to be that guy? Well, come to this school. Charge us all this shit. Get that fucking debt from student loans, because Lord have mercy, do you get debt from student loans?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And that's super fucked up. And then they don't ever tell you that not only is this school probably, like Full Sail was pumping out mad students per month, mad more per year, and then mad more for all the years that it has been open, along with a bunch of other schools. And they are trying to put kids, like literally, if you were to have 100 kids graduate, you're sending them to an industry that only has space for like 5 of them, but not telling them that. But you're still taking their money. So There's a lot of shit, bro. But once again, on the other side of things, I am fortunate enough to be in the position that I am. But still got to keep your eyes wide open, man. Got to be aware of that shit. And it's definitely a big, here's the lesson. I guess wrapping that up real quick, the biggest lesson is awareness of not being complacent. Because when you're in a badass job and you're feeling it, it's like, oh shit, I feel comfortable. They appreciating me. My dude just got a raise and shit. Your boy got the car.
When you say bad, it means good, people.
Yeah, exactly. For people who don't know, now you know. But like, it's like, this is dope, but also be keen on the things that could possibly happen. Unfortunately, in our industry, we've seen some of the biggest studios that have pumped out movies like Titanic, studios that have pumped out movies like the original, like Iron Man, studios that have done like, The Matrix, like shit like that. Big studios that have done trademark visual effects movies, gone under, just done.
Is that an example of Digital Domain?
Digital Domain, Rhythm and Hues, a good number of other ones. I'm sorry, Asylum. A lot of people from Rhythm and Hues and Asylum are at Method Studios, which is where I work. It happens, man. It's a dangerous territory, and I'd be lying if I said people don't ever go to work with at least the shadow of all that being cast over them. You feel me? Like we
That's
all
at
work.
Most jobs too.
Was that?
That's at most jobs too. It doesn't matter.
Like,
it's like in the back of your head, like everybody's acting like it's okay.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But there's always a possibility. Like, is today the day?
Today might be the day. Yep. Exactly. So it's a crazy little place to be in. I'll try to, for people listening to this podcast, wherever we post it, I'll try to add the link to that video that I was talking about. It's a very informative video, and it casts a major light on what the visual effects industry is like, especially for anybody who's listening, who was like, hey, I know Juan, and I want to do what he does. Maybe he can hook me up. Just know what you're getting into. So, yeah, bro, that's what the business is. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
It sounds like it's a very dope job, of course, but it definitely sounds like it has some cutthroat to it as well.
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood.
Yeah, it's Hollywood. 'Cause at the end of the day, you're in Hollywood. You're not working for like an advertising company that's like in New York or something like that. I'm not saying it ain't shit, but it's not like it's always crazy demand, and they're probably not going to go nowhere because they're consistently doing the same thing for the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like you're doing like variety of movies, variety of trailers, different things. The studios have to actually pick your studio out of the other ones, things like that. So I could see how the industry could just be like, nah, fuck them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't want to go with them anymore. I like them, and they do it cheaper.
Yeah, and they do it cheaper.
They do it a hell of a lot cheaper, and they do it quicker. I like that guy Bill better. You know what I mean? The guy there, the guy we talked to, I like him better than the other guy. A lot. Yeah, so that's it. It's all about who you know as well in certain things. It doesn't matter how good you are at something. Yep. Doesn't matter if you're the best, but if you have an asshole personality versus somebody that kind of knows the job, but he's likable, they're going to go with the likable guy. And that's just how it is with a lot of jobs too. If they like you personally, they like your company personally, they're going to go with you. Another company could do the same thing, maybe for less or maybe around the same, but if they just don't like you, they're not going to go to you no more.
At all. And
real quick. When they don't give a fuck either, they're like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. This is how business is. It's unfortunately consequences of being a grown up. You got to deal with that, man. When my mother said, "Don't ever grow up," and I should have listened.
Young what I mean? Forever. Young.
I should have listened, man, because it sucks out here. But anyway, podcast is where I want to be at and what I want to do. Yep. All right, so fuck the other bullshit. I like that Method Studio. That's what I want to do right there.
That's my method.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, yeah, people.
All right.
Jobs.
Life, the lessons, the realness. It's
Juice.
Juice. Drink it. Drink it
do
good.
It. Drink it good and hard. That's all I can tell you.
Exactly. And if not, go fly a fucking kite, you piece of shit.
You plenty of those. Plenty of those. You want a job, there's plenty of kites that need to be
24-hour kite flying services are out there.
Do that shit. Go do that shit.
I think they I was gonna say I think they have a subscription to kite flying, so
Oh yeah, we can get you
on that
10%
list.
off. We can get you 10% off
We
of kite
can get
flying.
you 10% off.
Apply code chilling with the J's. You get 10%
Yep,
off
yep.
of kite flying. No problem. No fucking problem whatsoever. But I think that was another one, bro. Another one
Yeah,
in
man.
the books.
In
We're
the
gonna get the
books.
fuck out of here, people.
Hell yeah, man.
Yo,
Life.
tell them what we just launched and what you just did, bro.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, here it is for your facial region. www.chillingwiththejspodcast.com. We're going to make the whole goodbye thing simple because all you need to do is go to that website. The website has links to all of our social media. It has our episodes. Soon we're going to be populating it with our thoughts so you can actually talk to us directly through the website. Videos will be posted up there. So anything Chilling with the Jays podcast is on that website. So do yourselves a favor. Make your life simple. Don't click here or click there. Click on that website. We will be providing that link. All right, people?
We're out of here.
We are so the fuck out of here.